So I'm here with Ian right now. Ian, you are a rapper. Do you produce as well?
No, I do not produce. I do sound engineer though, and I run a local studio.
Oh shit! First off, congratulations. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Um, I am in the same boat as in. Well, you do more than me, obviously, but I just rap. I know there's some people who are kind of like rapper producers, and some people who just kind of just rap or make music, whatever. I'm in the boat where, man, I'm just making music. Did you ever have any like desire to make beats, or is it kind of like you want to focus on one thing? Because I'll tell you my answer after.
Yeah, I do. Like, so long story cut short, I had this local client and he came through and he gave me a MIDI MPK. It's like one of the bigger versions, and like I've always wanted to get into the production side of everything, but
Hmm.
my business partner, I'll get into that later. He handles that, like more of that side plus more of the technical side of the mastering and stuff like that. But yes, I do want to get into the producing side of it, but I feel like I need to master my engineering side of everything
I
first. Like,
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I'm kind of in like a similar boat where I'm like, I definitely rap and like that's obviously my main thing. I've thought about like making beats and shit too, but it's kind of like at this point, I don't want to spread myself too thin. So I'm like, yo, let me focus on like one thing. And like, if there's one thing between rapping or doing vocals or like making beats, I'm like definitely more on the rapping side. Like, that's just kind of my thing.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, and that's what I like, that's what everything started off for me as well, but then it kinda it started off as, like, I wasn't really making, like, any money or recognition off of my music, so I kinda had to, like, make people see, where I was trying to go with it, like, I needed my music to be heard in a type of way, so, like, it got to the point to where I try to reach out to a lot of people, and a lot of people put me down. They didn't really see my image and whatnot, and, like, that's when I stayed up all night learning, simple mixing and, engineering techniques and stuff like that, mastering techniques, meeting connections and stuff like that, forming my own, like, little, team or whatever you wanna call it,
Hmm.
and eventually it got to the point to where the same locals that, didn't really, like, see my vision or anything like that. It got to the point to where they were paying me for mixing services and, like, I was actually doing, like, studio time for them, so I understand exactly, like, where you're coming from, in certain things, like, I stick straight to rap, I love rap, like, that's like like, I don't wanna, like, focus on engineering or anything like that, but, like, that's,
Right.
like, the only thing that makes me money, like, right now in this music shit.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. There's a lot of money in mixing and mastering. The There's a couple things I want to talk about what you said, but for me, the way that I learned how to mix, and I'm like super new. Like, I'm talking about like in the last month, just started mixing my own shit.
Yeah.
Uh, the way I actually learned, which is pretty cool, I would post on Twitch and I'd be like, yo, I'm working on this new song, whatever. And I would do the song from scratch, front to back, like never even heard the beat before. I'd write the vocals, I'd do the flow, I'd write the, lyrics and shit on it. And then at the very end, like, dude, like hour like 6 or 7, because I would stream for a long time, I would start mixing it. And like, I don't know what like perfect storm had to happen for this to work out, but like for some reason during like hour 6 or 7 when I was mixing it, I swear, dude, I swear every time, every night I do it. And I know Mike the G's is also in the chat right now. He's like a producer of 20 years and he knows his shit. And that's probably how I linked up with him. I don't know. But for some reason, in like hour 6 or 7, when I'm down to like just mixing and mastering and shit, these producers would come in and they'd be like, yo, like turn this knob to the left a little bit, turn this knob to the right a little bit, fuck with these settings. So like there's been basically my how I learned to mix and master is people on here would kind of walk me through it, which is cool. Which is why
Yeah.
like Twitch has been like a huge connection for me.
Yeah, definitely. Twitch has been like a huge connection for me, and that's how I met my business partner. Um, I was strolling like through Twitch, like just trying to find like music feedback before it all popped off like that. And
Mhm.
luckily I found him throughout everything. And um I didn't even start my image like at that point. Like I was still trying to figure it out. And luckily he came through and he helped me out and whatnot. And long story short, like he uh he lives in Philadelphia. I live in VA, Virginia. And, like, I went out all the way out to Philadelphia and picked him up. He stayed at my house for a week straight, and we vibed out, you know?
Mhm.
We have our own collective and whatnot, like I said, our own studio, business going on and shit. So, I just felt like it was right for us to link up and connect with each other. So, I definitely feel like it is a big role, like finding people on Twitch and connecting with them and like reaching out to people like that. At the same time, I do feel like you do have to be careful who you do connect with because at the same time, like you got to understand everybody has their own image and everybody has a place where they want to take it. So you really got to be careful who you put yourself around and the love that they got for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's cool that you're kind of you're utilizing the whole Twitch market, not even marketing, but you're utilizing the whole Twitch music aspect. So me personally, I've been making music for about 2 years. I not only had I not promoted my music on Twitch, but like, dude, I had never even been on Twitch at all, but before like 2 months ago. So like, not even did I not watch anyone. Like, not only did I not put my music out on Twitch, but I hadn't watched anyone. I had no idea what Twitch was about. Like, I kind of knew it was like whatever, like people are streaming, whatever. I thought it was like a lot of podcasts and shit. I had no idea like the music community in here. And like, how long have you been on Twitch, Ian?
uh, I say probably around 2 years.
All right, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be wrong, but I feel like the music section on here is kind of like an untapped market. Like, there's not that there's not a whole lot going on, but there's not like a whole lot of people doing music shit on here.
Yeah, and there isn't for real, and it recently started sparking up around I want to say like a year ago to a little
Hmm.
bit less than that maybe. Like people like influencers like T Grizzly started doing stuff on Twitch and other like there was even a music tab or whatever category added to Twitch. We didn't have that before 2 years ago when I first started doing it. And when the channel points thing came out, when, like, you could do that, like, I was, like, one of the very first few people to be like, "Yo, I could put, like, music feedback through this and have more people stay in the chat to, like, gain up channel points to do music feedback instead of posting their music feedback, dipping out and, not seeing them again or interacting with them, like, just for, like, posting a link in the chat." I had to figure out some type of way to keep people, like, interactive with me, to keep a conversation going, for them to see my image as much as I saw their image.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I feel like you, along with like a handful of people, are kind of like a music. You're kind of like a pioneer on the music side of Twitch. Um, Again, I've only been on Twitch for like 2 months, but when I first started doing music feedback, first off, I didn't know music feedback was a thing. I didn't know how Twitch worked. So my original plan was to I love freestyling. So my original plan was to come on here. I'm like, yo, let me freestyle whatever and like freestyle for people. But then I saw there's like a music feedback like little tab or whatever, and you were one of the first people, along with Mike G's, who's in this chat. You were one of the first people who I actually saw on music feedback.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, like I've been like grinding so hard, like trying to like put in up. I remember back like when I first started like doing it, I remember putting simple things like FL Studio in the title, like just anything to catch like somebody with like a music like interest, like you know what I mean? Like, cause there was nothing like that on Twitch back then. Like I want to say like 2 years ago, nobody ever like it'd be rare as hell. Like, and that's why I'm so thankful that I met my business partner and I'm on the road that I am now because I really don't know where I would be at with my journey like without somebody like him or other people around me that I've met through this like through this whole entire journey.
Right. So when we're talking about where you're at now, first off, you might have already said this, but how long have you been making music, Ian?
2017.
All right, so about 4 years, maybe coming on 5 years, depending on when you started.
Yeah.
Um, what were you doing before you were streaming on Twitch? Like, what was your music? Not even marketing, but like, what was your music? What was your music marketing like that? What was like your music scene like before that? Like, what were you doing?
I wasn't as serious with my music. I always knew like, I always recorded like but I guess I didn't see like I always knew it was a bigger image than what it was, but like I never took it as serious until I started like stop playing games, like stop like come like, stop bullshitting with myself, stop doing certain things, like, I just realized, like, I had to take it serious for a certain reason, so after, it was probably, like, I wanna say, like, 2019, like, I just stopped, like, surrounding myself around people, I just started focusing mad hard on what I need to do, and I found out live streaming was, like, something that I could reach out to people. I felt like I could reach, like, people that, like, was starting music and didn't really feel, like, as comfortable getting their self out there. So I felt like I could, like, connect with people like that and let them know it would be okay, you know what I mean? So I started doing that, and when I started like, before like, to answer your question before, I didn't really have, like, a strategy. Like, it was all like, I'm dropping a song and I'm thinking I'm gonna blow up or something like, as any other like, basic artist, like,
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
but but when it, like, comes into, like, realization, it's like, "Okay, well, what do I need to do to meet connections?" It kinda clicked for me, like, and I took live streaming more serious. I met, somebody named Oscar, he's from Birmingham, Alabama, and, through tough times, he donated me up to $800, like,
Damn.
and probably more than that, and that's besides the point, but he really saw my struggle and, like, heard my story, saw people laughing at me when I first started live streaming, like, and just saw everything, like, firsthand, and he really, like, looked out for me and just showed, like, he was like an angel to me. I can't really explain it. I'm not really trying to put religion or anything in it, but he was just like an angel to me, man. Like, and I feel the same way, like for Swope. Like, it's just like people like that just really like it lets me know, like if like some people in my own family can't do stuff like that or close friends or anything like that, but somebody in this world that doesn't even know me, I could reach out to somebody. It lets me know that there's a bigger purpose, like in this whole entire thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. What's up, BM Loud? I'm doing well. Thank you for tuning in. He said you're the goat, Ian. Um,
Hey, I appreciate that love, bro. Love you,
so
dog.
I kind of had like a similar story as you, like where I was like putting out singles, and like I feel like you might relate to this, and like a lot of people will. It's kind of like, dude, at a certain point, especially not when you're starting out, but when you're not taking it as seriously, you're putting out singles, and you're kind of like, all right, this is really really good. Like someone's gonna find me, but like, hey, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like, yo, it doesn't matter if you're fucking Drake. If Drake didn't have the right marketing or like Future or someone really, really good, it really doesn't matter how fucking good you are. Like, they are not gonna find you. You kind of have to go out and find them. So that's something that I learned recently. Like I said, dude, I was putting out singles, and I'm like, oh, yo, this is the shit. This is fucking dope. I don't know what my dumbass thought. Like some fucking like ADR marketing dude is like gonna look on SoundCloud for someone who has 20 views and be like, all right, like yo, this dude is fucking dope. Let me sign him. But like, I feel like a lot, like you kind of said that before too, and I feel like a lot of people have that vision where it's like, all right, if your music is dope and you put shit out, for some reason, for some fucked up reason, you think someone's gonna find you. And dude, I thought that for a long time. Like I said, dude, I've been making music for 2 years. You said you started taking it seriously. I think you said around 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
right?
No,
Uh,
not yeah, like 2 years ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, so I want to say, dude, I've been taking music seriously, and like where I can say I'm taking it seriously, like I'm doing it 24/7. I'm marketing, I'm doing all this shit, I'm putting myself out there. I want to say, man, I've been doing it for like 2 months, like where I'm actually like, all right, I'm putting my all into this. If it doesn't work out, it's not like it's not my fault because I tried everything I could.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And dude, like, like it's a process, bro. Like you gotta have the heart to like really like put
Thank you,
yourself out
Gracie
there.
Rayleigh, for the follow.
There's like, like a lot of things that I really had to do uncomfortably, like to put my like face out there, like and like as for like a bunch of music videos or anything that, I'm not comfortable putting myself like in front of a camera like that, like out of joy, you know what I mean? But you still gotta
Hmm.
do it like to like preserve an image or like whatever image you got, like whether it's music, life, like goals, whatever aspect in life that, you got an image for, you really gotta like go like all the way. And if you're not going all the way, then there's no point of trying. You gotta go all the way or don't go all the way at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so what you're saying, like, it's real fucking good that you're promoting like your music and stuff like that, but don't never like feel like down that it's not getting the results right away because like if you keep on pushing through, maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in three, bro, like it's gonna be booming. Like you just gotta keep your head forward and keep on pushing.
yeah. One, I think that's a great, great, great point. Two, I do think that's a really good point about not being too down on yourself. To bring up like kind of an example of what we're talking about, there's this dude on TikTok who I see who is just like not to be a hater at all, but like, dude, his music is just not good. And that's not to say that I've like left hate comments or any shit like that. Nah, I'm not like that kind of person. But like, dude,
Yeah.
I've seen this dude's music and I'm like, wow, like this is really bad. And like, I went back like a couple days ago to just check out his page or whatever. Maybe he popped up on like my fucking stream or whatever, and this dude's got like 150,000 followers now, and everyone's like, "Yo, you're fucking dope. You're the next Drake. You're like all this shit," um, which is cool on him because like I know we're like kind of talking about like haters and shit like that. Dude, this dude got so much hate because his music like was objectively bad. It definitely got a lot better, but like he pushed through it, dude. Like he got like hundreds and hundreds of hate comments like I hope this is a joke. This sounds better on mute. All that kind of shit like like some bullshit like that. But like he pushed through it and now he's got like 150,000 followers, which is like cool on him. So you said when you first, I don't know if this is when you first started rapping, or this might have even been up until like somewhat recently, but you said like people were laughing at you and shit. Can you like expand on that a little bit, like your hater experience or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like like it's just a bunch of things, but like I don't want to go like fully into details, like
Hmm.
because it's just a bunch of like crazy things, but it's for any artist, like a bunch of negativity, trolls, racism, uh a bunch of things, bro. Like it's a lot of crazy shit, but at the same time, like you kind of gotta like you gotta block them out of your like lane, and you gotta keep on going. It's like I don't mean to sound corny or anything like that, but it's like when like horses race, bro, they all like got blindfolds on so they don't crash like into each other.
Yep,
If you
yep.
don't like act like you got like a blindfold on and you focus on what everybody else thinks, you're gonna crash, bro. Like so you got to keep on going straight. You got to keep on like fuck what everybody else thinks. And that's how I always like saw it as an artist. Like even growing up, like the main reason why I do like music and everything is to better like the life around my loved ones, like, and I'd be a fool if I, like, cared about anybody else's opinion, like, rather than, like, trying to make it, like, complete, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree, bro. If you're like trying to put your mom in a crib or some shit, like, why would you even care about some bullshit fucking troll on the internet who's probably like 12 years old and who, or even if he's older, whatever, who just someone who probably never did what they wanted to do, so they kind of like shit on you, whatever. Dude, I totally agree. My experience is when I first started making music. Couple things. I feel like there were a couple different variations of this. I've showed someone like someone close to my family, dude. I've showed them my shit, and like it was my earlier stuff, so it wasn't like the best, but whatever. Like I had someone in my family who I was very close with straight up tell me like this is like embarrassing. Like I would like literally on the most hater shit ever. Like they basically said like, "Yo," I sent them a new song, and they're like, "Yo, I listened to a little bit. I'm with my friends right now. This is embarrassing. This is gonna embarrass me if I play it out loud. Maybe I'll listen to it later." And dude, I responded like, "Okay, like fine. Listen to it later if you want. If not, don't listen to it. I really don't care." Um, and then those are like the haters, obviously. And then there's also people who are like fake fans almost. I'm sure you might have experienced this too. And it's weird because a lot of the times this comes from like your boys or like your close friends or maybe people who aren't really your boys who you thought were your boys. I played a bunch of shit for like my quote unquote like boys who obviously turned out to not really be my boys where like I'd be like, "Yo, I got this new song." And it's like something I worked on for like 3 weeks and I would play it for them and they listen to it and it would kind of just be like, okay, that's cool. Anyways, put on this J. Cole song. Anyways, that's cool. Put on this Drake song, whatever.
Yeah,
Um, so my personal experience was like, as weird as it sounds, people on the internet, like you or like the people in the chat, whatever, people on the internet who I've never met before and like most likely will never meet, somehow those are the people who are the most supportive and people who are actually my boys who I chill with in real life, who I talk to in real life, they're kind of just not as supportive as random internet people who I might never meet and I have never met and have nothing to gain from promoting me slash giving me a compliment or whatever, which is weird.
yeah. And and back to what you said when you what you were first like talking about when you were telling your you said your cousin, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of hard hearing like the right thing from the I mean hearing the wrong thing from the right person, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, for
you
sure.
go and you try to show somebody you think that cares about you in general, and it's kind of hard, you know what I mean? So as like any underrated artist or anybody like a creative, anybody out there, uh take all criticism, but don't take it like to heart. Like it's hard not to. I understand. Like that's why we all come into feedback streams, or we all come and reach out to people because we want people to see what we see or the enjoyment that we see. And sometimes like it's gonna ruin like the energy. So it's better to like notice that what you're doing makes you happy and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going because you're gonna reach like a million other people out there just like you that will make like you exactly happy, just the way that it made, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know if that connected like the way I was trying to make it connect, but that's just how I feel about it. Like hearing the wrong thing from the right person just really sucks, man. I know what you mean by that shit, bro. Like,
no, no, that you definitely did connect. That's a really good point because it's like I said with my cousin or whatever, man. Like I could take hate comments. I kind of take them with a grain of salt depending on what exactly they say, and I kind of just brush them off, whatever. But it's like different when someone like you actually respect their opinion or like you're close to or you want to hear what they say. It's different when they're like, "Oh, this sucks." As opposed to
yeah,
like, bro, some random dude on the internet, if he's like, "Yo, this sucks," it's like, all right, like whatever. I don't know this person. They're not even showing their
yeah,
face in their profile picture, whatever. But it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But like, it's
yeah,
different when it's like someone you know in real life.
yeah,
Which brings me to the next point. Um, I feel like I've kind of talked about this before on here, but I feel like there's a huge difference between someone hating and someone who just like they just don't like it. But even though they don't like it, they give you like some sort of like constructive criticism. Um, so like one example, I've went on a music stream before where I posted my music and some dude, this guy was such a prick, and like it was kind of when I first started doing like posting on music feedback too. So, dude, it honestly, like, not to be a bitch, but like, dude, it honestly ruined my night where I'm kind of like rethinking things like, oh, maybe I do suck, whatever. But I
Yeah.
posted some shit on this music feedback where some dude, like, it was like some bullshit song where, like, I was never gonna release it, but like, I don't know, I spent the night working on it. I thought it was alright. I thought it was pretty good. It was actually like a Creep, like the song Creep by Radiohead. It was like a little hip hop cover of that. So like obviously I'm not ever gonna release it, dude. I would never get the clearance first off. But I'm like, yo, let me hit some music
It'd be
feed.
it'd be
Sorry, go ahead.
copyright. It'd be
Yeah,
copyright type yeah.
yeah, it'd be like copyrighted and shit. I would never get the clearance. Like I'm like, dude, I'm never gonna post this, but let me like see what music feedback streams think, whatever.
Yeah.
So I posted in one, and like within 30 seconds, the dude didn't even hear me rap. He just like completely tore me apart. And like, dude, it literally had me like it literally ruined my night. As much as I say like I don't take I take like hating comments with a grain of salt. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was about this dude, or maybe I was just having a bad night in general. But this dude was like basically, yo, this is horrible. Like, why would you even send this in? Type thing. Like,
Yeah.
you just wasted my time. And it was before he even listened to me rapping on it. He just didn't like the beat and like I guess didn't like my singing, whatever. So there's definitely like a difference between constructive criticism and someone who's just like a straight up fucking hater and just he's just
So
go ahead.
so he didn't give you, like, no criticism at all? Like, he just, like, basically just, like, shit on the track and just didn't, give you any criticism at all?
Well, basically how the song was set up is I was doing a Creep hip hop cover where
Yeah.
like the first 30 seconds was just the beat. And it was, dude,
Yeah.
like it was some shitty beat I found on YouTube. I didn't expect it to be amazing. I didn't even like I didn't care that it wasn't amazing because like I said it's for like a song that I'm just, like never releasing, so I didn't care. It was like I literally typed in like creep hip hop instrumental and I found this beat and the first 30 seconds is just the beat and then like the next 30 seconds is me singing the first verse to creep and then I start rapping. So the dude heard the beat. He heard like 10 seconds of me singing, and maybe he thought it was just going to be me singing the whole time. Um, and yeah, basically he was like, yo, you just wasted like a minute of my life. Like, why would you even send this in? This is horrible. Like, what were you thinking? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had an experience like that, man. Uh, so it was actually like, my mic almost fell. I try to get my mic, like, kinda closer to me so you can hear me more because I got it on a stand over here so I don't gotta bend my neck. But,
Yeah.
like, so I had this, like, dude and, like, basically, like and like you said, I try to go through and find people who barely have viewers and stuff like that. I feel like, I can interact with them better. I just met this producer the other day who had like one viewer and like his beats go crazy, and now we have a strong bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So boom, I found someone who has like two viewers or one viewer that's doing music feedback. And I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna go show love to him, and so I go show love, and I'm like, "Hi, like, how's your day, like, going? I hope you're having a blessed day." Like, I'm starting off like I'm just starting off, like, positive how I always do.
Yeah.
And, so I post my, music video 3 in the morning, and I'm vibing with him probably for like 30 minutes before he plays and stuff, just like he's playing Minecraft and stuff, and I'm just, vibing with him, talking to him. And then like he finally gets to my video and he plays it and like off of like the first like 5 seconds, he like starts mocking like the video tag. He's like teammate, like just mocking it. And then I'm like, okay, like maybe like he's just chilling. Like so I like keep on playing it. And then he's like quiet the whole entire time through, and then he plays it back. And then he's like, "Yeah, I appreciate that. You're not talking anything hood because you're white as hell." And then I was like, I appreciate it, bro. I was like, but I got nothing but love for the culture of music. I was like, it's bigger than race for me. And he was like, nah, don't get it twisted. It's not bigger than race. And then I was like, all right, bro. I was like, it's all love. like, and then, he played it through, and he was giving me a little bit of criticism, and I was still saying, like, "Thank you, bro," like, da da, like, and then, like, afterwards, he just ends it off saying, like, "Yeah, like, but try to speak more like, real stuff, like, you just sound like any other basic white rapper to me." And I'm just
Jesus
like, "Alright."
Christ.
I'm like, "Alright, bro, like, much love, bro," like, da da da, like, and someone done, like, came into, like, the live as soon as he said the last comment, and he was like, they, like, came in, they were like, "Confirmed racist right here, boys, we caught him," like, and I was like, "What the hell is, like, going on right now?" Like, but like
um,
I said, like, that just comes with being a like, an artist or, like, anybody that, like, puts their self out, like, in front of people because you gotta understand, like, it's not all, like, friendly 24/7, like, there's not gonna be genuine people 24/7 surrounded around you, you know?
yeah, yeah, no, I 100% agree. First off, that dude sounds like a fucking douche, bro. Um,
Yeah.
Another thing, which is like kind of unrelated, and we really don't have to get into it too much, but like I feel like, dude, some people bring race into like everything, bro.
Everything, bro, like and it's like it's like, bro, like, it's crazy, man, like, I've never been surrounded by people that, like, like, out of everybody that I grew up with and everything, like, we never, like, like, even talk about race, but when it comes to, like, internet stuff, like, bro, like, there's so much shit that just gets thrown and, not even, like, towards, like, lives, like, towards me, like, I see so much nasty, like, shit on the internet, and it's just like, what, like, is this world coming to? Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
crazy, man, like
100%, dude. That's kind of like I just made a TikTok like fucking like 3 weeks ago, but like I stopped really going on it because every single, almost, dude, every single video I saw, people would bring race into everything. Even today, dude, I saw one video where some white dude was just reacting to a freestyle, and he
yeah,
made like, you know how like sometimes you'll hear like something that's really good and you'll make like that stank face and you're like, oh shit, like whatever.
yeah,
Literally like this comment, which had a shit ton of likes too, so it wasn't just like some random idiot. They were like, yo, like, why are you making that face? That face is like for black people. Black people invented that face. And I'm like, yo, I thought it was a joke. So I'm like, oh yeah, like that's funny, whatever. Like, how could you fucking trademark a facial expression for fuck's sake? But like,
yeah,
dude, that comment had a shit ton of likes, and like they were dead serious about it. And like every comment
yeah,
was like, yeah, like why is this fucking cracker making this fucking face, whatever. I'm like, yo, are you
yeah.
kidding me, man? And like,
Man, and I understand it. I've been through, like, a real life situation like that. I don't wanna, like, go full in depth in it and everything. Hold on, I think my dog's coming in my studio. She loves to bust in the studio. No, I think we're good. But, yeah, my dog just runs in the studio whenever she pleases. She's just like, "Pops, what are you doing? Why's the studio door closed?" Like, she just pushes it open. But nah, like, I'm not gonna go full in depth in it because it's a long story. But my own father, I traveled like down to Atlanta, like after not seeing his side of the family for a long time, and
Mhm.
I tried to do so, and uh, he tried to come at me like saying racial things, like, and we pretty much just got into a fight twice, and I had to take a Greyhound bus all the way back to my state, 15 hours away, and it's just like,
Jesus.
yeah, it's just like, so it hits me like way different, like whenever like that shit gets like brought up into shit, because it's like, I don't know, like,
No, I totally agree. First off, Greyhound buses fucking suck. So,
bro, fucking ass.
yeah, props for you for taking a dude. I've taken like a 3 hour Greyhound bus and wanted to kill myself. So props for you for taking a fucking 15 hour whatever Greyhound bus. So like I said, I've been posting on TikTok. One thing I started posting is like it was like a rap. I don't know what it's called. Like like a bracket, right? Like a rap bracket where there's like
Yeah,
16 different rappers, and I just put them against each other, and people vote on it, whatever. Um, so it's like random rappers. So one thing I posted was like Eminem versus, I don't know who it was. I don't remember, but it was like a black dude. whatever. And like, dude, like 10 comments on it were like, wow, this dude's racist, or like, and like all the comments were like, wow, that dude's racist, or uh, people who are voting for Eminem are just racist or whatever, and like all this crazy shit. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
he's just the better rapper, dude. Like he was put up against like fucking Tyler the Creator or someone, who he just like washes. And like all the comments were like, yeah, you're racist for posting this. Anyone who voted for Eminem is racist. All this kind of shit. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with race. If they were both black, Eminem would still fucking destroy this dude. Um, and another thing that I've been seeing online too, which is why, like, dude, I've been trying not to go online too much because I feel like, first off, all of these like internet warrior people, I maybe it's just me. I never see shit like that in real life. Maybe it's just because me and my
Yeah.
boys don't give a fuck about like race type shit, like you said. But like my boy would never be like, "Yo, you're racist if you think Eminem is better than Tyler the Creator." It's like
Yeah.
it's really just fucking internet weirdos who just are on fucking TikTok or whatever 24/7 who have these opinions. Because I have never met anyone in real life who's actually like that. Um,
Yeah. It's real life weirdos that actually go to the internet to feel comfortable to talk about their opinion instead of saying it in real life.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree, dude. It's these fucking like weirdos who like finally have some sort of platform, whatever. But another thing I've been seeing lately too, and I've seen this actually like a pretty decent amount on TikTok. Um, Someone said best thing I did for myself is delete social platforms for personal use. Yeah, I totally agree. I kind of just use it for marketing nowadays. Um, but something that I've been seeing lately is, and I've seen this like a decent amount, where it's basically like white hip hop heads have no opinion at all. We do not respect your opinion. We don't care what you have to say. You have no say in hip hop. And I've seen that from like a bunch of people, dude, where they're like, yo, if you're white and you're either making hip hop or have an opinion about hip hop, you're wrong. And like your opinion does not matter, which is fucked up.
Yeah, and like that's not really like anyone's like I'm not gonna like go touch into that topic because it's not my like shoes to go in for, but
Yeah.
like that's just like it's not our culture to like fight for, you know what I mean? Like it's just like we gotta respect it and we gotta like move on, like and just kind of like respect like everything, you know what I mean? Like that's the only way that we could gain love from people is if we combine with them instead of just fighting. Like that's all I gotta say. Like and I've always fucking loved everybody, bro. Like nothing but genuine fucking love, bro. Like I don't fucking see a color. Like that's how I see. But
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. And I totally agree with you. And I'm on like the same kind of mindset. I feel like, and we don't even have to get into this. We'll move on to the next thing. But the last thing I'll say about it is like, there's a lot of people, and like black or white, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of people who are kind of just trying to like divide people. Um, where I feel like if we all like the same thing, whatever, like say hip hop or whatever, why does it have to be like a race thing?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It and that's the thing that we've been trying to figure out this whole entire time that we've been living this whole entire life, man. There's never gonna be an answer for it.
Yeah,
It's just gonna be an ongoing process. The only thing we could do is steadily change people's life. We can't change the whole entire world, you know what I mean? Like we gotta change people's life, and that's why like I do this whole entire thing. Like we gotta fight hate with love, bro. Like that's all it is.
yeah, I totally agree. I'm also like a big believer of like you can't change the world, but you can change your personal mindset. Like if you're someone out there who's like, "Yo, I'm gonna change the opinion of these 100 people," it's like you're not, man. Like you're just really not. So just change your own mindset, and you'll have better luck with that. But anyways,
Yeah.
enough about that shit. You said you met your partner on Twitch. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, he was making a beat and like I found him like you said you search for people with lower viewers and stuff. I did the
Yep.
same thing and I found him through doing so and I just connected to him. We got into calls. I told him my story. Um and we just started connecting and like we started making collaborations, started mixing tracks together and before you know it, like, after we realized how clean we could get, like, tracks mixed and whatnot, like, I was like, "Yo," like, I got, like, a lot of, like, local, like, clients around me. They would pay, like, 20, $30 for, like, a mixer master, and then it just got to where, like, we went crazy with it. We started charging them 65 for a mixer master, started going up and up,
Yeah.
like, going crazier, like and then that's when we met up with each other and we like linked up. We started like we even made like a video off of iPhone, like off like when I first started making music videos and everything. We made a music video off of iPhone while he was staying the night down here, like for the week. And we just like vibed out on a different level. It was like, I never met like another friend like that before. Like, we've only known each other for like 2.5 years. Like
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
that's really cool. Yo, hold that thought real quick. I'll be back in like literally 30 seconds. My bad for this. I'll be
All right, you're
right
good.
back, brother. Thank you, sir.
Yo, loud. How you doing tonight, bro? Milan boys, nice meeting you, man. Hope you're having a good night, bro. And everybody else in the chat that's not talking, hope you're having a blessed one too. Um, I'm not sure if I'll have my socials linked in this, but if you want to check out my music, I'm sure he's gonna play some of my music videos during the point of this. But like he said, he will be right back. Hey, and if you got, oh, you can't hear me.
All right, all right. Yo, can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me now?
Yes, sir. Can you hear
They
me?
said they said I got a small voice.
Can't hear you. I could hear you just fine. Talk real quick.
Hello?
Can you guys hear that? Let me turn your. All right, I turned you up to the max.
I was
Um,
speaking my MLB voice, bro. I was out here at the stadiums, talking all professional. Hey.
Oh, yo, I know what it was, and that's my bad for setting you up for failure. When I hit that,
Nah.
I hit that "Be Right Back" official screen. I think when I do that, there's no like audio output, so I set you up for that. My fault.
He said, "My bad. I set you up for failure."
I set you up for some failure real quick. All right, I'm back. So that's cool that you met your partner online. That's cool as fuck. Does he just mix or like he makes music too? What's up?
he um he raps, he produces, and he sound engineers.
That's cool. Yo, what are your thoughts on collaborations in general? First off,
Collaborations, I feel like it's a really good way to get like your name out there no matter what. I don't feel like you should ever like be um stuck in your own way, like to where you're like, I only got this image. I mean, of course, if you are, then that's your image. But I feel like it's all like if you're really trying to make it somewhere, I feel like it's really good to like get your name on as many things as you could get your name on, and just like go hard with it, bro. Cause like you're gonna pick up slowly but surely, like fans by fans by fans by doing it. And I've witnessed it myself, bro. Like I've had to pay for like almost every single like feature music video that you see from me or anything. I've paid for the whole entire thing. Like just for the simple being, I know I'm gonna pull fans from it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
no,
if I,
sorry.
if,
Yo, go
no, you're
ahead.
fine. If I kill it, like I know I'm gonna pull fans from it. That's all I was gonna say.
So I think that is a fantastic mindset. First off, that I also feel like a lot of people don't have, and I think more people should have that kind of mindset. I think that's a great, great, great mindset. Like you said, some people are stuck in your own ways. I don't know if by that you meant like, and this is just what I'm interpreting, and also what I think. Some people think they're like too good to collab or whatever. You know what I mean? I've seen that happen a lot, bro. I'll tell you about like two of my weirdest collabs, which both happened this month. One was some dude hit me up. I post my shit on Reddit when I drop a new song, whatever. And I think I posted one thing where I'm like, yo, I'm down to collab, whatever. So I posted something and I was like, yo, if anyone wants to collab, whatever. Some dude hit me up. He's like, yo, I make EDM. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We could do a track, but like, I'm a rapper. I don't do EDM, whatever.
Yeah.
So he sent me a beat, which is cool. And I'm like, all right, what vibe are we going for on this beat? and like, what's the story? What are we doing? So I thought most times when I've done collabs, you're like, oh, we're doing a happy song, or we're doing a sad song, or we're doing a song about an ex, whatever. Dude, this guy, I shit you not, Ian, this guy sent me a whole fucking script of like, dude, it was like some movie shit. He sent me a script of like some dude living on Mars, and he like, yeah, it was some crazy shit. He like moved to this planet and like met, it was like a crazy backstory. Met this doctor and got this crazy surgery and all this shit.
Yo.
And I'm like, first off, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what could I possibly do with this? And then my second thought was like, all right, I'll use this to get better, whatever. If I could write about some fucking alien living on Mars who got this transplant and all this shit, I'm like, bro, if I could write about that, I could write about anything. So like, I ended up doing that, which is cool. He's got like a whole fucking backstory to it. That was like a couple weeks ago. I think he hasn't put it out yet. Another thing was like, same kind of thing. I think he must have saw me on Reddit too or whatever. It's some dude like straight out of like India, and he was like, send me a beat. I'm like, all right, that's cool, man. Like, send me your verse and I'll hop on it.
Yeah.
And he sent me a verse which was like, I think it was like 98% Punjab or whatever language that dude spoke. But I'm like, all right, I did my verse and like that's what happened. But I'm always down to like collab with people. I think it's a smart move, especially if you're not big yet. Um, Even when I first started doing TikTok and I wanted to grow followers, I literally made posts like, "Yo, if you literally comment on this post, I will I got a verse for you, whatever, free,
Yeah.
whatever." And some dude hit me up recently too on TikTok. He was like, "Yo, if you could do a chorus on this song, I'll pay you." And I'll pay you to be on my album, whatever. Would love to have you on. I'm like, no, dude, fuck that. I'll do it for free. Send me the beat, whatever. But I think collabing is the way to go, which a lot of people kind of overlook, like you were saying.
Yeah. And did it yo, I gotta ask, like, did you ever come up with a story to correspond with that first dude's collab?
So, yo, so let
What'd you
me
write about?
let me pull this up real quick because this is like a pretty funny story. I'm gonna read off exactly what this dude sent to me when I asked him what kind of song we're going for.
Yeah.
Let me find it real quick. Dude, this shit was fucking funny, man. Oh my gosh.
And by the way, if you wanna continue it more than an hour or whatever and continue asking questions, I'm free whenever, bro. You don't gotta end it or whatever. I'm sure we'll get more viewers and stuff going in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that works for me. Shit, did I delete it?
You ever think about, like, chopping up, like, certain bits and putting it on, like, YouTube? I don't know if you ever seen, like, Aiden's live, that dude Aiden that be going live. You go on YouTube and you see, like, his past lives, like, chopped up.
Um, I just started posting these podcast things. I think your episode 5. I just started posting these on YouTube actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, I know you just started grinding, but, like, I'm talking about, like, future reference, like, this is a really good idea, like, in the fact that you're grinding so hard and trying to, like, put your foot on it at, like, a early stage is, like, crazy as hell, man.
I do
Not a
appreciate
lot
my
not
bad.
a lot not a lot of people would really, just, like, continue, like, doing it, like, back and forth, like, they would just, if you might not, like, get, like, good, viewage one day, then someone would just give up, but, like, you just keep on, like, going hard as fuck at it, so it's gonna pay off at the end of the day.
Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. Yeah, at the end of the day, dude, I'm like the kind of dude where I'm like, I'm here to connect with people genuinely. I don't like, obviously I do my music and shit, but like I'm just here to like connect with people, Like I'm not like doing it so I have an advantage. I'm like, all right, let me get this guy on so like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. No,
yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah, I've been posting my shit on YouTube. Yeah, I was looking for that guy's email. I think I cleaned out my fucking email recently, which sucks because dude, it was so funny and ridiculous. I really wish I could find it. You know what? I'm
Do you
sure.
do you have, like, like your own like collective going on or anything like that, or are you just like going like you starting off single, like you just going crazy at it right now, trying to figure out like what like path you're going, or
Like
I know
music.
you're the one supposed to ask me questions. I'm just trying to I'm kind of interested about your journey. Like it's kind of like intriguing like me.
No, you're good, bro. You're talking about like just music wise.
No, like your path of everything. Like where do you want to like go with everything like that? Like
That's kind of something I've been trying to figure out myself. There was a point where one of my boys who's like really, oh, yo, I found it. Did I find it? No, I didn't. Fuck. All right, if I can't find this in like 30 seconds, I'm done. My bad. Sorry for fucking like
no, you're fine. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. It's perfect time actually. All right, guys, I'm trying to find this real quick. I really hope I can find this because this shit is too funny. Why would I delete this? Because this is like the funniest shit ever. Let me see if I can find it by the time Ian comes back. Alien, maybe it'll pop up then. No. Oh, damn, dude. I really wanted to show him this too. Let me see if I could find this, guys. This would be really funny if I could find it. Let me see. You know what? It's fine. I can't find it. That's alright. Yo, yo, yo. Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo. Fuck. I can't find the email. It's all good.
Okay.
As far as music wise, at one point I was trying to do like a group type thing with my boy, but it just never worked out for one reason or another. So for right now, I'm just kind of doing my own thing. You know, I don't make the beats, but basically besides that, I kind of am doing everything at this point, including like marketing, mixing, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, and that's good, man. Like you never want to build a ship that you can't like go back on if it crashes.
Yeah, I think since I've been mixing and doing all that shit on my own, I think it's been way better because one, I don't have to wait for anybody to like mix my shit, which is cool. Two, I don't wait on anyone, which is like good and bad depending on what kind of person you are. If you're the kind
Yeah,
of person who can like, I don't know, hold your shit down, you're working hard, whatever, it works out beautifully. And that's like what I'm at right now, which is working out beautifully. But like I said, like a couple months ago when I wasn't taking music as seriously, it worked out horribly because like no one's there to be like, no one's there to give you that kick in the ass. No one's like, yo, you got a song due Friday. You need to put out a song,
yeah,
whatever. So it really depends on kind of like what stage you're at. So right now it's been working out really, really well because like it's like, all right, if I want to work on music 12 hours today, I'm working on music 12 hours. The only person I have to hold accountable is myself. So
yeah,
if I'm not releasing songs or not working on music, I have no one to blame. I can't be like, yo, it's the producer's fault. You know, he's taking too long.
yeah,
It's this dude who's mixing his fault. It's like, nah, dude, it comes down to a point where it's like, all right, well, it's your fault because you have no one to kind of put that blame on, you know?
yeah. Exactly. And that's the like crazy thing about it. If you don't find like anybody that could like work with you like that, then like it's hard. That's why I'm blessed to find somebody that I can. Like and for the longest I was like doing what you're doing by myself, but I wasn't like completing goals as fast as I wanted to.
Hmm.
Like, I had so much thing I had like, so much things I had, like, to focus on and everything, and I couldn't do it by myself, like, and I'm glad that I found, like, an angel, like, to motherfucking, like, look over me like that, man, like, and every single client that I get paid, like, he gets paid, like, halfway, like, so it's, like, all love, like, the way that we do this shit, and, like, it's definitely a fucking journey, bro. It's been, like, hell and back, bro, like,
Yeah, no,
it's
for
crazy.
sure, bro. That's beautiful. I feel like sometimes it's like sometimes I feel like it's would be easier with like a team or some sort behind me, but also at the end of the day, if I'm looking on like the bright side of things, it's cool because it's like nobody tells me what to do like creative wise.
Yeah.
Like I've
And
always sorry, go ahead.
my fault, like,
You're good.
it's like the delay in between the Discord, it's like I'm trying to interact with what you're saying, it's like fucking cutting each other off, like, every time.
Oh shit, I didn't even know there was a delay. You're good, man.
But now, like, kinda what you said, like fuck, what did you say? Now I done lost my train of thought,
I was
like
saying it would be easier with like sometimes I feel like it would be easier with a team
oh,
behind
yeah,
me.
like
Yeah.
okay, so, like, what you said, like, a couple minutes ago when you were, like, you were just, like, you don't care about, like, the recognition or anything like that, you care about, like, helping people out and, like, just being genuine and everything like that. That's what I saw, like, before I met Swope and everything, and then when I met Swope, like, it's like he saw the same thing, we just made it, like, more stronger than what it was, like, and it's crazy because like, through, like, the worst times, like, we never, like, ended up, like, breaking our bond through anything in the past 2 years, like, and that's, like, the best, like, journey I've ever been through, but like I, like, tell Swope all the time, man, like, you only come across people like that in this life, like, once in a time, man, like, you can't ever take that shit for granted, like
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I feel like it's easy for a lot of people to say this, but like I am a firm believer where like I personally, man, I don't care about money a whole lot. Like literally as long as I have enough money to pay my bills and get by and feed myself, that's really,
facts.
you know what I mean? That's like really all I need. So like, and I know it's easy to say this now, and it's kind of like, all right, well maybe you'll get to the point where you have to actually prove it. But it's like, dude, even if a record label approached me and they're like, yo, 1 million signing bonus, but we tell you what kind of song to make, we tell you when to make it, and you have to put out this song, at this point, and we're kind of going to control everything. I would genuinely, and I know it's easy to say this now because there's no fucking record labels knocking down my door, but I would like decline it, dude. I feel like that just kind of ruins the art of it. Like I love this. I love doing music for like genuinely for the art of it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? If I ever had to wake up one day and like report to a record label and like punch in, punch out type of shit. We're like, yo, Pat, you have to make a love song this month. Yo, Pat, you have to make a fucking breakup song this month, whatever. Dude, that would just kill everything for me. I think I wouldn't even enjoy music at that point, like making it.
and that's why you're slowly grinding to, like, make your own business. Make your own create like your creative process, your own path, bro. Like you won't have to respond to stuff like that. And it's not limited, bro. Like everything you can imagine is real. Like only we call it like our collective, we call ourselves, I don't know if you know already, but we call ourselves only dope hits. Like we have our own website, domain, everything, like onlydopehits.com. Like basically like we just want to spread like a positive like energy like to people and let them know like they're not like alone, like no matter how underground you are or what mixing like setup you have or whatever, like we're here like with a helping hand, like to like get them to the next step in life, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel
Yeah,
like we need more people like in the community like that, like exactly what you're doing, um, like you're putting like a platform on for me and everything like that, like that's love, bro. Like,
yeah, no, for sure, man. I want to say even like, dude, one, I could tell by your streams, but two, even like 30 seconds into actually talking to you one on one, bro, I can tell you're like a very genuine dude. You don't care too much about like viewers or like
yeah.
views or likes or all this kind of shit, which is cool, which I can definitely appreciate a lot, dude. I respect it and I like it. Um, it seems like you're genuinely passionate about music, which is cool. Because, dude, I don't run into too many dudes like you. It's like a lot of people I run into, it's like, yo, like, how can we get more followers? How can we get more likes? How
Yeah.
can we, like, not to be corny, but like, yo, these people are like damn near like selling their souls to like get some sort of like fucking recognition. And it's like, dude, it almost makes me like fucking like sad. It's like, bro, I rather genuinely have 1,000 streams on Spotify a month or 1,000 followers, whatever, if all 1,000 people or a lot of them were like genuinely fucking with me and they're like, yo, like they check in on, whatever, like they care about you, I'd so much rather have 1,000 fans who are like actually into you than 1 million who are like, yo, we're popping in because you dropped a song and we're out. Like, we don't care how you're doing. We don't really give a fuck what's going on. We don't care about you. Drop a new song. Bye. You know.
No, that's facts, bro. Like, and that's why, like, I just surround myself around like,
Thank you for subbing, bro. You're actually my first subscriber ever.
for real.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, for
Thank
real.
you, man. Yeah, I don't actually.
Damn.
Thank you, brother.
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, everybody, if you're in the chat, you got a free subscription, bro. Go subscribe to him. Go check and see if you got a free subscription. If you got Amazon Prime, make sure you show the love to him. He's out here showing love to a lot of people. He definitely deserves it, guys. Definitely show love to him.
Thank you, bro.
And he
Definitely
does,
appreciate it,
he,
man.
he doesn't care about the money or anything like that, but it's still good to support him.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Always. I thought my shit cut out for a second. I was like, wait. I was like, I just subbed. Like, I was like, did my call cut out?
Nah, you're good, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Really do appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah, yeah. Loud is a homie. He's always showed love to me. I've actually made a song to one of his beats, and I got a music video coming out to it. I still gotta perfect it and shoot it and get it all right and everything. But we got one coming out soon.
That's awesome, man. Yo, BM Loud, I've definitely seen you around. I've definitely interacted with you, by the way, BM Loud. I don't know if it was on Ian's stream or wherever, but I know I've talked to you before. Yo, let's talk about music videos. So, I've personally never shot a music video because, like I said, dude, I kind of just started taking this seriously. But, like, break it down for me, dude. I know nothing about music videos personally. So, like, what is that whole process like?
So basically, like to any like underground artist, you really have to search for like local videographers around you that could like put it together, edit it, whatever, like for a decent price. For me, I get my like videos done for like 250 at tops, like which is
Hmm.
a really, really good deal, like compared to like a lot of like other cities and stuff. Um, like bigger cities, they like charge like a lot, man, like for real.
Where do you live,
But
by the way, Ian?
Virginia, like I
Okay.
live in a small city named Waynesboro.
Okay.
But like so basically like so you talk it over with the videographer and everything. You get your ideas out and whatnot. And basically the best thing to do is to vibe with the videographer, make a connection with them just like me and you are doing. You know what I mean? Like, or
Yeah.
else they're not gonna care about your craft at all. They're just gonna be like, okay, I need to get this money, make a
Yeah.
simple image and I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been through like at least like 4 videographers doing so. Now I finally found my videographer like that I could like act like I got messed up hair or something in the shoot and he's like, "Yo man, like fix that before we start shooting," or something like something nobody else would do for me like that I would care about, you know what I mean? Like and like it's simple things like that that like artists need to find a connection with, and it's hard at first. Sometimes maybe you might click it the first time, but as far as like going through the whole entire video, you shoot different scenes, like maybe like 3 different scenes. You probably do each scene like 2 or 3 times to get the best takes, and then they piece it together.
Hmm.
And it's more like a mix, like, or a master, like, you, like, do raw vocals, and then, like, at the end of it, everything after you mix it, you're like, "Damn, that had more potential than what I thought," you know what I mean? Like, it's kinda crazy, like, it's a different vibe, and when you definitely do it for the first time, like, it gets better and better and better, like, by all means, I don't like being behind the camera at all, but, like, the more and more, like, I put myself behind the camera, I get more comfortable, like
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely don't really like being behind a camera either, dude. If you look at my
yeah.
camera roll, I probably have like 2 photos of myself, and like I've had my phone for like 5 years. Um, but that's also cool that you mentioned how like it's cool to find someone who cares, dude. In like anything, not even music, but like you were saying, dude, you got a piece of hair sticking up. Your videographer is like, yo, like come here, let's fix this before we start,
Yeah,
which is cool. And like that's
yeah.
that's cool in anything, not even music. Um, but it's also good to find like genuine people who are kind of like that. And I feel like maybe you're like me, bro. I feel like I got good. Uh, I don't know if perception is the right word, but like I feel like I can kind of spot someone who's genuine pretty well, and also I
Yeah,
can spot somebody who's kind of like, you're doing this just for your gain. Like you don't really give a fuck. You're like a
yeah,
videographer. You could be some dude who's like, yo, like yeah, that take was good. It's like, oh, really? Like I thought I fucked up here. Nah, you're good, bro. Let's go.
yeah,
Give me the
yeah,
fucking money, whatever.
exactly.
No, that's cool. But so for these music videos, are you kind of like, I don't know what the right word would be, but like a word that comes to mind, like, are you kind of like the creative director behind it? Like, are you the one who's like, yo, I want this scene to kind of be like this, or is that the videographer's job? Because I have no idea.
It's kinda like a half and half process, like, depending who you're messing with. Like, if you're messing with, like, people on more of a professional wave, then, like, most of the time, you're gonna have, like, a creative process role in it, but most of the time, they'll be like, "Okay, well, I have a spot, like, imagined for this, and we'll have to do this to do this," and, but luckily, I have people that I could work with. For example, I rented out an Airbnb for one of, uh this music video that I was featured in with a girl named El Ray,
Mm-hmm.
and she's from Charlottesville, like a city outside from my city. And we went and rented an Airbnb and stayed like outside of the city that I live in, and we shot a music video there. And it was a good vibe, man. Like you just got to do certain things to make the image come to life. So it's like a 50-50 process most of the time. You tell them, but then they bring it like the extra mile.
Yeah, that's a really good point. BM Loud said, creative control. You sign to a label, you lose that a majority of the time. Yeah, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about before too, where it's like I was saying, like, dude, if I ever had to report into somebody, and they're like, "Yo, you got to make this kind of song, whatever. We don't care what you're feeling. You're making a happy song. You're making a sad song, whatever." Like BM Loud is saying, like, dude, if I at any point, if I ever lost creative control, there would almost be like no point in doing this to me.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
it would be like a regular 9 to 5 job and, like, not to get off topic, but I just quit my, I work 6 PM to 6 AM, and I just quit my 12-hour shift job, like, to chase my dreams and everything, and it's been going, like, well the past 4 weeks that I quit, like, it's been a month now, like, so, like, it's been a scary feeling, but, I paid my first month of, like, rent, like, not lacking or anything like that, so I believe in myself.
First off, yo, congratulations. That's awesome.
Appreciate that
Um,
shit, bro.
to yo, I'm in the same boat as you. Like I just said, like two
Hey,
months ago is when I started taking this seriously because, dude, 2 months ago is when I quit my fucking soul sucking 9 to 5 job, which just like completely drained me. You know,
hell yeah.
what are your thoughts? Now that we're both, kind of doing music full time, yo, what are your thoughts? Are you happier, bro? Because I'm so much fucking happier. It's like night and day, bro.
Dude, the one of the last days that I worked at my job, because like I said, I worked 6 PM to 6 AM, and then, like, I
That's
had to
rough, dude.
drive. Yeah, I had to drive, 40 minutes away, like, from my
Oh,
house, like,
that's
so
even more rough.
it was pretty much like a 14-hour shift at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, and I would just get so much anxiety because I felt like on my days off, I didn't do enough, like, with music or anything when I did do enough, and then I would have to go back and work half a fucking day at a job that I didn't wanna be at, and half the time I would lose clients, like, cause I was at work, and I'm like, "Man, I coulda made more money than I worked tonight," you know what I mean? Like, I coulda done this. I mean, I was making $16 an hour, but at the same time, I'm like, "Bro, like, while I'm young, like, I don't wanna end up like anybody else in life to where, like, they just work for the rest of their life and then they pass away and they're just like, 'Well, I coulda done this, I coulda done that.'" Like, nah, like, I can't fall in that loop. Like, I gotta change, like, people around me and make people proud. Like, it's bigger than what anybody thinks around me.
I, I,
And
I
my
so
fault, like
no, go ahead.
my fault. I don't mean to cut you off.
You're
Like,
good, bro.
my, like, business partner Swope, like, he's, like, the main person who told me to quit, like, out of everybody, like, um, I care about my mom's opinion and everybody, like, close people around me and everything, but Swope has always, like, been there, like, since day one, like, made sure, like, I had, like, rent paid or food in my fridge, like, whenever I didn't have it like that, like and if he tells, like, and sees me pulling clients in, like, and bringing money in back and forth, like, and he tells me, like, "Bro, you could do it," like, I just gotta believe in myself more than anything and chase it, and that just, like, meant the world to me that somebody believed in me that much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to have. I feel like a lot of people don't get to that point and don't have that person. So it's awesome that you did have that person in your life. Um, I also feel like Ian, you're kind of like you seem like kind of like a deeper thinker like me, where it's kind of like, dude, I'm on the same level, and it's hard to explain this shit to someone who just has like a very like conformed mindset. Dude, I was the same way as you where I'm like, yo, I'm young. Why am I spending I didn't have like 12-hour shifts, but I had like, 10-hour shifts and like an hour each way, whatever. It's like, yo, why am I spending 12 hours of my day at work, 8 hours, and it's kind of a stretch, whatever, but 8 hours sleeping, an hour showering, an hour for dinner, whatever. It's like, yo, like it doesn't matter what you believe in, bro. Like a couple decades from now, dude, we're all gonna fucking be
Yeah.
dead or whatever. It's like, yo, this shit does not matter. Why am I doing all this fucking working and shit for no reason? Dude, I'm in the same boat. I was making like $17 an hour, which like some people are like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, but like you can't put a price on like freedom. So I feel like when you get to a certain level of thinking, you're kind of like, yo, fuck the money, fuck all of this shit. Like, dude, I'm wasting my youth working all day at a job doing something I don't like. It's like, yo, I'd rather be making no money and being like, like the fucking starving artist or, whatever, something like that. Um, but dude, I was in the same boat where I was working like not as much as you, but like 10 hours and an hour each way. So that's 12 hours. And like I said, let's just say 8 hours for sleep, whatever, which was never the case. 20
Yeah.
hours of my day, and let's say an hour between showering and dinner, that's 21 hours. Let's say an hour at the gym, that's 22 hours, bro. You got 2 hours of free time. God forbid you want to watch a fucking movie on Netflix, that's your whole day. And if you skip the movie and do music, that's still only 2 hours of working on music. um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It just
And
good.
and when I got back home, like, like I'd be the biggest asshole to, like, people, like, my mood would be ruined and everything, like, I just wanna relax, be by myself and everything, and that's not how it should be, like, over anything, especially at a young age, like so, like, I don't wanna build up that tension years after years, I wanna do what makes me happy, and if nobody could see the same dream as me, and then they eventually see it when I get it, then, it's gonna suck for them because 'cause they're gonna have to get, like, hopefully I can influence them at the same time, but they're gonna have to get to where I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like as an artist, it's like not to be like super cliche, but like I feel like you're kind of like in general like artists are just like misunderstood. Like when my
Yeah,
friends are asking me what I'm up to or like my family and shit and I'm just kind of like, "Oh, like I'm working on music." I kind of always get that like I first off, I usually don't even tell people because I just don't feel like dealing with their bullshit. But like the few people I do tell, it's like, "Yo, what are you up to these days?" It's like, "Oh, I'm working on music, whatever." And then you always kind of get that like, oh, like, do you have a backup plan or like, do you have like whatever? It's kind of like, yo, not to be like cliche, but it's like, yo, you're like misunderstood, you know?
yeah, and in general, like, there should be no backup plan, like and that's what's fucked up about, like, people in this world, like, there should be no backup plan, like, people are wrong for saying, like, even suggesting, like, for one bit, like, yeah, like, hopefully you have a backup plan, no, like, as, like, humans, we're supposed to, like, teach each other, like, "Okay, like, you failed at doing that, we'll push forward and then keep on going." Like, there is no backup plan, what the fuck are you talking about, backup plan? Hell nah, like like, we supposed to push you for like, each other forward, like, and go, like, full forward, like, and that's what people, like, fail to see, like, it's scary, man, like, it's scary. That's all I gotta say. There's people out here, like I said before, like, hearing the right thing from I mean, hearing the I keep on saying backwards. Hearing the wrong thing from the right person can really fuck you up, man, like it could really put a whole, like, different perspective in your mind, like
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And then you also have like those people who not only are they like super into their work, but they like almost brag about how much they're working. Like, oh, I logged like 60 hours of my job this week. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? I don't know if like that's supposed to impress me or what, but like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're like trading off like the best years of your life for, I don't even care how much you're making. And like a lot of the times it's really not even that much. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's like, at the same time, like, how happy are you? Like,
Oh, dude, you can't put a price on fucking happiness, man.
you know what I
Seriously.
mean? Like, that's all you gotta ask back, like, how happy are you? Like, they're like, most of the time, like, the people who work crazy, like, hours like that, they might think that they're a boss, but they're so, like, trapped up in the cycle, man, like, that they're so unhappy, like, they don't realize that, like, they think, like, they labelize that shit as not being pussy or, like, not being pathetic or whatever, but at the same time, you gotta realize that you could be putting that same energy into, like, your own, like, goals or your own, like, business or your own like, come on, like
I totally agree. And the problem is a lot of those people are so brainwashed that like they won't even want to hear anything from you. And that's why
yeah,
like yeah, you know what I mean? That's like
yeah,
a thing I've been learning recently is like, bro, you really just got to pick your battles. Like you're not going to
yeah,
change their mind, so like let them not be miserable, but like, let them think that they're right. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Who cares? Like you got to drop the ego and be like, all right, they think that they're right. Are you gonna spend all of your energy telling them they're wrong, or are you just gonna let it go and know that they're wrong in your head? Uh, which is something I've been trying to do recently. Is like, all right, I got nothing to prove. If you think your way is right, even though I know it's wrong, just I'll let it rock at this point. I'm not gonna waste my energy and drain myself trying to prove to you that you're wrong.
and that goes back to the same subject to where, like, it's like, if you, like, focus on what other people are doing and everything, it's just gonna knock you off, so you just always gotta, like, go harder, and that's what I, like, learned as an artist, like, staying low key and just staying out of everybody's way and just doing what makes, like, what I, like, want the best, like, for, you know what I mean? Like, what makes me happy at the end of the day, like, is all that I care about now. Like, if people wanna, like, collab with me and wanna work with me, like, I'm all, like, a helping hand, like, I'm all loving, but I don't ever press it nowadays. I just focus on what, like, makes me happy, and, like, I've been noticing that takes me, like, the extra mile.
Yeah, I agree. And you also brought up a great point where it's like you really shouldn't compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
And kind of like an example of that, I basically, man, like throughout high school, I like got suspended a lot. I was kind of like near dropout. I graduated by like, dude, like the fucking skin of my balls. But like, I had
I
this,
feel that shit, bro. I
you know
feel
what
that
I mean?
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
feel that
it was, dude,
shit.
it was a miracle I graduated.
Fuck, I feel
But
that shit.
then me and like one of my boys and like I don't even talk to him anymore because like I always kind of knew he was like a fake boy, whatever. But we both graduated, and he ended up going to like the State University of New Jersey, where I'm from,
Yeah.
and like I didn't go to, I wasn't in college or anything, and he like clowned the shit out of me kind of in front of these girls one time. They're like, oh, like where do you go to school? This guy goes to this university, and um, I was like kind of embarrassed at the time. I'm like, oh, like I'm not in college, whatever. And like my boy, like my fake boy, clowned me. And then it turned out like a year later, dude, he got kicked out of school, and I like went to community college, and then I got into like a good college, whatever. And it's like almost like I had the last laugh. But if I compared myself to him, I'd be like miserable, you know?
Yeah, and that's fucked up, like,
Yeah,
that's fucked up that, like, people are just like that in general in life, like, it's I don't know.
yeah, for
Like, bro, like, people, like, are supposed to be, like, your homeboys and shit, and, like, he's doing shit like that, like
yeah. I realized real fast he was like a fake motherfucker. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this in a couple minutes. I'll end in like 3 minutes, 11:30. Um, Yeah, I totally agree, man. Like fake people like that, it's good to cut them out of your lives. And I also think it's good not to compare yourself to not only other people, but where other people are at in life. Um, like even in the college classes I was taking, dude, sometimes there'd be like a 60-year-old in my class, and like other people in the class would kind of like not openly clown them, but like you could tell they're kind of like, you're old. What are you doing here? And I was always kind of in the mindset like, they're trying to better themselves. So who the fuck are you to give them shit for this?
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy ass like journey, like just going through this shit, like and like trying to keep belief, trying to keep like motivation, trying to keep everything that But it's definitely been a blessing to have people around me like to do so, like and even new people I meet, man. Like it's definitely a fucking blessing. Like it is definitely a fucking blessing, man. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would never take that shit for granted. Like it's definitely a blessing feeling, man.
Yeah, for sure. And dude, I know a lot of the times I felt like this, dude. It almost feels like at some point when you're putting out all these songs and you're doing all these things and you don't, get the views you think you are, you don't get like the love you think you're going to get. Like, dude, it almost feels like hopeless at some point. But like
Yeah,
that's where you beat 99% of the other artists out there because you just keep going. Dude, even on Twitch, um that dude Longboy who I think just left, not that I'm a fucking big streamer by any means, but at this point, dude, I got 100 followers, whatever. When I first started streaming on Twitch for like the first month, literally zero viewers, one viewer, dude. I would be freestyling sometimes for Long Boy is here. What's up, Long Boy? Dude, sometimes I would literally be freestyling for like 2 hours straight on a stream for nobody, for literally zero viewers, and I just wouldn't stop. And
yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like I would just play beat after beat after beat and just fucking rap and rap and rap and zero viewers. Sometimes one viewer, then they dip right out. But even at this point, dude, I got like 100 viewers, which I'm so grateful for. But I could definitely see why some people feel hopeless at the beginning, you know?
yeah. And you definitely gotta find like what you're doing right now is definitely like a good way to start everything off, like getting your viewers in and everything like that because like my way right now is more like a feedback system. Like of course, like I do a lot of feedback.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I get like most of my interaction and everything. Like but at the same time, like I like intertwine like my music into the feedback and everything like that to where like it both pays off, you know what I mean? Like that's like
Yeah.
my secret remedy to everything.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. I gotta find like that sweet spot. I'm
Mhm.
still new to doing this shit, obviously. Like you're like the fifth guest on here, and I've been doing it for like a week or so. But yeah, I gotta find that sweet spot. But I get what you're saying, dude. It's funny because I've gotten my most attention on Twitch when like I'm not even actively promoting my music. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying it's something that I want to do and something people should be doing. It's just funny because like, dude, even last night, I just 1 hour, dude, I did like a music feedback stream. And even in that 1 hour, I got like 7 new followers, got like a bunch
Yeah.
of people in the fucking, you know what I mean? And it's at a stream where I'm not even promoting my shit. So it's like funny how that works almost, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know your schedule by all means, but like you set up like, I want to say like probably like 4 feedback streams, like do 'em for like 3 hours like each time or more, like however long you feel like doing it for, like but try to do at least do it for 3 hours each time, like and you're gonna notice like growth like off of it, like and you'll grow people like genuine people too, like because I know you're a genuine ass dude, man. Like I know you are.
Thank you, man.
And like the more people you bring in, like you could do like I said, you could do 4 days of that, then you could do 3 days of podcasts, or you could do, like 4 days of short feedback, the other half podcast, like you're smart, man. I know you could do it.
Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it.
And like the fact that you got like your stream like set up like, smooth designs and everything like that, like and you said you only been doing this for 2 months or however long you've been streaming, like it's crazy, man. Like not a lot of people would take the time and effort to actually do stuff like this, like period.
Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. Long boy in the
Oh,
chat is actually the person who they made. They made my Twitch overlay and all that shit, my logo, all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And dude, that's just like
Shout out
the
to Longboy.
shout out Longboy. Yo, that just goes to show. That's like I was saying, dude. When I was freestyling for 0 1 people, one one person, whatever. That Longboy is someone who came into the stream when I had one person, and I guess just liked my freestyling or my personality, whatever. But like here we are, dude. They designed like so much shit for me for free. Wouldn't accept any money at all. It's just cool. The genuine people you can meet on here, you know.
Yeah, and like it's crazy because like the more you push and more you push, like you're just gonna keep on like influencing people like to see your image. Like it's gonna keep on going, bro. I promise.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yo,
Like,
thank you so much for being on here tonight. Yo, you want to drop your links in the chat real quick? And when I post the YouTube video, probably sometime tomorrow, I'll drop all your links too, of course.
yeah, for sure. Let me get this link up real quick.
All right, dope. And yo, thank you for your comment, Dev, in the chat. Thank you.
Are you gonna stay live after this?
I'm probably gonna end the stream for now.
Word, I was gonna say if you want to vibe out for like 5 or 10 minutes after this weekend, if you want.
Yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, I'm gonna end this and then I'll hop in the Discord and we could talk for a little bit.
Word. All right, this is my YouTube, guys. If you want to go on here and check me out, you can, and I have all my socials on there. But here's my Twitch as well. If you guys want to check out, I will be having Pat on my host list to where whenever I'm offline, you guys can check him out there too.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
So
that.
always, bro, no problem. You don't gotta thank me, dog. It's all love. Um, here's my Twitch link right here, guys. And as
Guys,
always, if you guys ever need anything, mixing services, anything at all, make sure you hit up Pat and ask him to reach out to me and whatnot, and I got you guys.
yes, sir. You guys could always reach out to me and I will contact Ian for you. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. Yo, thank you so much, Ian. Well, I'm gonna talk to you in Discord in a second, but thank you guys
Always,
for
always
coming out tonight.
it was much love like being on this podcast for real, and the little people who did stop by and stay through the whole entire time, I thank you so much for supporting his movement for real. Like it means a lot to us people who really like start things off. It brings us a long ass way. I can't really say much more, but the love that he did get tonight, it really means a lot to me. It means a lot to him, and that means the world to us for real. Like I can't even explain it for real.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Ian, and thank you guys. All right, man. I'm
Always.
end the stream.